So before we get into today's video, just want to give you guys a quick update on something I talked about yesterday on the channel, talking about my Uncle Mike. He had a large scale heart attack. He was put into the intensive care unit and placed on life support. As it stands right now, he is still on life support. They are running various tests on him. He has a ventilator. Things aren't looking great, but we're hopeful for him. So just want to let you guys know about that. We're rooting for you, Uncle Mike. Hang in there, brother. So earlier this year, Sony caught a lot of flack for the PlayStation Plus price increase, essentially charging a lot of money just to play their games simply online. It was something that I talked about on the channel, and I didn't really understand it. I'm not a PlayStation hater or anything like that, but when you look at, I don't know, basically like the quality of stuff that we've gotten on PlayStation Plus, like it's been pretty decent, but not if you're in that premium tier that I'm in. I've been expecting retro games to come on there, and really they've kind of been few and far between, and nothing we haven't seen before from Sony. Where are the PS2 games? Like, what the hell's going on with this? Why are you raising the price but not necessarily raising the quality? Well, an interview just took place in which Sony defended the price hike, and we've obviously got to talk about this. So I am reading this over on GameSpot's website. They have a lot of ads on their website. I don't want to hear anyone ever complain about YouTube ads again. This was like a treacherous minefield trying to navigate through this website just to make it look somewhat decent. So this was an interview done by Barron's. I've never heard of Barron's before, Baron von Chicken Pants, but PlayStation Senior Vice President Eric Lempel was asked to justify the recent PlayStation Plus price increase, which saw the premium tier go up by $40, which I will be canceling, and I think I've already canceled it because I'm not renewing. Lampel said, like practically everything else in the world, we have to look at our pricing and we have to adjust to market conditions. The executive added, we want to make PlayStation Plus great. With our reboot last year and introducing the tier system, a lot of customers have recognized that there's a lot of value in PlayStation 5. I think, let's bring it into me here because there's more to talk about with this. I think people understood that there was value because it was perceived value. You know, when I was introduced to PlayStation Plus and the various tier system that you introduced with this, I was under the impression that I would be getting a large catalog of PS1, PS2, PS3 games, and PSP games. Not because I made that up in my head, but because that's what you told me. And all of the PS2 games have been things that have either been quote unquote remastered or re-released already. There's no PlayStation 2 games on PlayStation Plus's premium tier that are unavailable, that were unavailable previously, like War of the Monsters. Great game. I love the game, but that got a release on the PlayStation 4. I bought it for like $10. So this isn't necessarily like a new game being added into it. You have a rich and vast library of games to consider when you are putting them in this premium tier, because that's the whole reason for the premium tier. That's the reason why you get the premium tier, is for the back catalog of content. The cloud streaming stuff with the PlayStation 3, is it annoying? Yes. Would I prefer native? Yes. Is it the worst thing in the world? No. I've played some PlayStation 3 games on the cloud, and honestly, they ran decently enough, and I still have a PlayStation 3 if I want to check out some of that stuff. But the PlayStation 2 stuff, you know, some of the deeper cuts of the PlayStation 1, the PSP, like these are the games that I feel people signed up for this tier for. And you haven't done a great job of showing why we signed up for it, but instead you just raise the price, market conditions. I mean, yeah, stuff costs more nowadays, but unlike food or rent or electricity or gasoline, this is a non-necessity. Nobody needs this tier. And I would be very interested in seeing kind of your financials over this, kind of, you know, what the reaction has been. How many people have canceled their premium tier because of the fact that you raised the price so much? So scrolling on down here, he further stated that Sony had not previously raised prices for 85% of the world in many years, which is a contrast from other subscription services that regularly raise prices. They lasted it in 2017. The thing of that is, even if these prices are going up, they're going up incrementally. They're going up by smaller amounts. Nintendo hasn't really done much. Xbox, yes, it's gone up incrementally. It hasn't gone up, you know, of $40 in one shot. They do things incrementally, and it's more spread out, so it's easier for the consumer to digest. And it still is never it's never a $40 like total increase or anything like that. Like it's much smaller than that. So you're kind of comparing apples to oranges, at least in my opinion, with this situation. So then they talked about, you know, some of the PlayStation Plus stuff here. Oh, well, they raised Game Pass and this, and now there's, oh yeah, they announced the movie catalog. Nobody gives a shit about the movie catalog, Sony. We all have all of these godforsaken services. They're all going up in price, so we're all getting rid of them because movies are like the easiest thing to find on the internet. Like, let's keep it a buck here. You can't reward, you know, greed by doing this, but that was kind of their things here. Then he was asked about Xbox and Game Pass putting day one games into the service, which is obviously one of the main reasons why people get Game Pass, because of that huge catalog of newer games that Microsoft essentially pays for to come onto the service day one. It comes down to, if you're going to get in the service in terms of the type of game and quality of games, I cannot comment on what the competition is doing, but with us, we feel we're offering a great curated catalog of games as well as other features and services with PlayStation Plus. It is a very different offering, but it is one that resonated with customers. Since we introduced the tiers, we've seen a third of the Plus user base opt for the upper two tiers, which is more than we expected, because you promised more things. Okay. Let's just do basic stuff here. They introduced the tier system roughly a year ago. Within that year, of course, people are going to look at that and be like, oh, well, I can get some more stuff here. You know, this is pretty cool. I still don't think the medium tier, I forget the name of it. I still don't think the medium tier is like the worst thing in the world or anything like that. Yes, it sucks that the price went up, but it's a pretty good value. But like $80 just to play your PlayStation Online a year, you know, this what's that, like $140 for the premium tier that people upgraded to because you promised them a wealth and plethora of games, and really the catalog has been modest to decent at best. Like, that's why people upgraded, because you told people to upgrade. You told people there was going to be added incentive. I was one of those people. I was very excited for this. I was very excited to potentially have, you know, slight upscaling in PlayStation 2 stuff. Now, since I'm the emulation king, like, it's completely lost on me, but still, you know, trophy support. People like trophies and crap like that. If you're introducing trophies into these classic games, people will want to check that out. If it's an online game or it has online multiplayer in it, people would want to check that out. We upgraded because you told us to upgrade, because there was going to be additional services, there was going to be additional things added to it, but then you upgraded the price without really upgrading the quality. I am sorry. Adding a bunch of movies in, I do not give a shit. Like, and I like movies. I watch movies from time to time, but I do not give a shit about you adding in movies, especially when there's stuff like Pluto and Freevee and stuff. Those things are free. You know, you watch a little advertisement every half hour or something. Okay, whoop, big deal. Like, that's not an incentive for gamers to want to upgrade. That's not an incentive to make me want to stay in this tier. Like I've said, I'm out. I'm out of the premium tier. I'm no longer doing this because there's not a perceived value. And I'm not even sure that there is a value in having the basic online, because I play most of my online stuff on Xbox, and there's not really any exclusive online games, at least as of right now, for PlayStation. So why do I even pay for PlayStation Online? Like, why do I even pay for PlayStation Online if I'm playing most of my stuff on the Xbox when it comes to multiplayer games? I don't know. You know, it's a very, you know, coming to a realization moment with this service, and maybe something that a lot of people are realizing. Hey, you know, if you're a multi-platform owner and you have something like Game Pass, you probably are playing most of your, you know, online games on Xbox. So is there really a perceived value to pay $80 a year simply to play your video games online on PlayStation? I don't know, man. I don't know, but this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. So that's their justification. There really was no justification. Things are going to get better. We're bringing value to it. It's like, bro, come on, man. Don't piss on my leg and then tell me it's raining. Anyways, guys, that's today's video. Let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below. I'm not trying to hate on PlayStation. I'm not trying to bash on them. I'm just trying to be realistic about the situation. And since I am the king of PlayStation YouTube, move over, Mystic Ryan. I've already kicked you out of your seat, but I'm now customizing the throne with my name on it. You know, I had to talk about this. So let me know what you think of everything in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.